Hello, Professor Hensley. This is Taylor Franklin doing my presentation for class. This is my mother over here. She's my audience today, and our Christmas tree in the back. So she's gonna hear me as I present. Let's Okay, so where it all began. Prior to this class, I always thought my mom's side of the family was only Scottish and that my dad's side was only German. And through some just talking with them about ancestors, and I learned that they are actually heavily Irish. And they also, both my mom and my dad did a 23andMe test, which is a heritage DNA type test where it tells you what percent of what country, um, just where you come from. It's a really neat process, and it both came back as heavily Irish, and it was pretty neat to see. Um, Also, my dad tested 3% African American, so that was pretty neat as well. So, some facts about Irish culture is that it's the second most popular ethnicity that Americans claim. So, there's a lot of Americans that have Irish heritage in their family, and nearly 35 million Americans report having Irish heritage according to the census. And also, 9 signatories of the Declaration of Independence were Irish, that's really neat. And the world's first St. Patrick's Day parade occurred on March 17th, 1762 in New York City, featuring Irish soldiers serving in the English Army. So that's neat how it's around St. Patrick's Day and they just celebrate their culture, and yeah, it's pretty neat. So for this presentation, I'm going to be talking about my mom's side of the family, and her maiden name is McNabb. So this is their family crest right here, and it is a Irish family custom. Every family name has a crest. So through research, I found this, and some also fun facts about the McNabb family is in 1940, farmer and housewife were the top reported jobs for men and women in the U.S. named McNabb. And it's pretty cool. 1940 is when my grandpa was born. He was born in 1943, so it's around there. And his dad was a farmer, and my grandma, which she was born in 1945, but she grew up to be a housewife, so that's pretty neat. The first family to use the name McNabb lived in the area that was once an ancient Scottish kingdom. So McNabb is Irish and Scottish, which is pretty cool. And in the name, it is the name for son of an abbot, and an abbot is the leader of a certain religion's community. So it's like a modern day preacher's kid. So that's pretty neat of like what that means. So Irish were normally treated as second-class citizens in the United States. They were just ostracized and not really welcome with open arms. So they would often sell themselves into slavery as indentured servants just to kind of make ends meet, and because they were just living in poverty. Um, Today they have more freedoms as well as just equal rights. But today they have the stereotypes of having reputations as alcoholics, gingers, and hot-tempered, which my niece, my sister, my brother, my uncle, and my grandma all had red hair, like fiery red hair. And I can attest that they are very much hot-tempered most of the time. I mean, we all can be, but yeah. Um, so that's pretty cool how that, like the look, pertains to my family. Pretty neat. So how it affects me is my family seemed to be in the middle class for 3 generations. My great grandfather's father was an indentured servant, and my great grandfather, through hard work and determination, decided to join the military where he learned about technology. So he decided that he wanted to make something, he wanted to be bigger, make some more money. And so through hard work and determination, he just went in the military. And when he came home, he landed a great job and led my family out of poverty. And that's affected us for over 3 generations. because now we are the working middle class. So it's just, that's awesome. And today our family celebrates the major holidays. We celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving and Easter, all the 4th of July, all the major ones. And we also celebrate St. Patrick's Day because we wear green. And we eat cabbage on New Year's. That is the tradition my family does. And we put a dime in the cabbage, just for prosperity. And I guess that's an Irish custom. It's so that's pretty cool. So my conclusion is, the history of my family does affect who I am today. The lesson of hard work and determination seems to be a central theme in both my mom and my dad's side of the family. So the other assignment we did about cultural history, family tree, identity paper, I did it about my dad's side of the family, and it was cool to learn about um, my my dad's dad and his family and how it was kind of similar. Like he decided that he wanted to work hard and get out of um, indentured servitude. So it's really cool to learn about that. So both sides of the family were Irish, and both were involved with poverty and indentured servitude at some point. So it's important to me to know that what I do in my life might affect my family generations from now. Because I could have been my great grandfather's father, so two greats. I could have been in his position. Like I have the power to make changes in my family and how and that might affect my family years from now. So it's really cool to put that in perspective. Um, and also it's just really neat to learn about my culture and like where I come from, that it is Irish, even though I don't look like it, but it is a part of who I am and how my family has been all these years. So that's it. Thank you so much.